And that's Jason Andrew. And we're Norte, Maar. We've been producing Counterpoint for 8 years, including in London and New York.
Counterpoint is a performance series that brings together a visual artist and a choreographer. Both of them are women. In most cases, the choreographer and the visual artist have never met. So we put them together in a very tight, condensed time period to present whatever they made.
There are two things that compel me to continue to produce this. The first one is women making work for point. I just feel like it's a really hard job, and there's not a lot of respect for it. Maybe because women are usually in tutus, or they're thought of as light and airy in ballet contexts. Sure, that's changing. I hope we've contributed to that. We've been doing this long enough. But then the other part of it is, how often do you really get to collaborate in a really, in a way that is very equal, or it attempts to be very equal, and that you're not picking out decoration to make your dance look pretty, but in fact you're being exposed to other ideas, other artistic ideas. And I also like that people who are not necessarily dance people really enjoy the program.
So Margaret and I worked really collaboratively from the very beginning. So I went to her studio and she threw out some ideas and I threw out some ideas, and I think both of our original ideas morphed to fit each other's, which was really exciting to be pushed in a new way.
So when Mari came to my studio, we were looking at my current work, and I had done some sketches of ideas of what I might work with the dancers.
My initial thought was having a duet with women and one being on point and one not.
Originally I'd thought about having a long rope with all the fabric panels, and then we decided to do individual ones. And then I started thinking about banners.
And then she had an idea for these panels and to have more dancers that are kind of fitting the panels into each other. So I kept that one's not on point and 3 of them are on point, and then we added 4 dancers, like was her kind of vision.
And it's funny because one of the dancers was saying during the rehearsal, oh, she said, you're having this, it's like we have 8 dancers here, not 4.
And then the panels, as we worked with them, went from being a held panel to a flag, essentially, and then the flag became a lot of different things.
What I discovered in my research is, for example, in Scotland, each banner, depending on your rank, has a different scale. So these were roughly done in the scale of an earl, like the size, like about a little over a meter square.
So the music is by Not Waving.
And Not Waving comes from a poem, an English poem. The man was far out off a shore, and all his friends thought he was waving, but he was drowning.
And then Margaret contacted the composer, and he graciously gave us the rights to perform it, which is also amazing to have that support too.
I wrote to the record company because I wanted to use the music and give him credit. And I wrote to him on a Sunday, and the next morning I wrote to the record company, and then he replied, and I told him what we were doing, and he was delightful.
Or Counterpoint makes me go out of my box and try new things, and it doesn't feel like a lot of pressure too. It feels like you have to make something quick. We made this piece in 4 rehearsals, and we were really prepared, and 3 of the dancers I've never worked with before, so that was really exciting too, to be able to work with new dancers and kind of be on this like timeline of like, we're figuring it out together and we got to get this done, and let's make it the best we possibly can, but also there's an element of play.
The one that we had before.
Yeah. I think maybe we abandoned the gobo.